What? 1, 2, 3 into the 4. Hit the like button. You see Big Baby Sports in the building, huh? Big Baby, what's going on? Big Baby Jonathan in the building. West Coast love. West Coast love. Come on, man. I see 4 people in the building. Everybody else jump in. The notifications ain't going through. Usually 8 o'clock, everyone starts jumping in, man. Probably at work. If you're working remote, put your coffee up. Put your coffee mugs up. Yeah. We went from 4 people to 2 people. Stay in the building. King Ribby, what's going on? Salute from the capital of the world. I don't care what they say. They say the world is ending. That's a lie. The world is not ending, man. We here, man. Positive vibes, baby. I don't care what you think is going on. I don't care what chips Elon Musk put in our head with the Tesla cars. I could go real deep. Peter Thiel is the real OG over there or he was the real OG in Silicon Valley. He left the tech. Boom, boom, boom.
Ball, suckers. Yo, suckers. Yeah, we in the building. What up?
We in the building. I ain't even played the intro yet, man. Yo, bro, you know how tired I am? I don't even know why I'm this tired. It was crazy.
Listen, man, this comes with the job, comes with the territory, bro. I'm tired too, but when it comes to Knicks Rehab and AllBall TV, big shout out to Kevin Gates. We don't get tired. Big Baby Sports in the building. LA is in the building.
100.
Hit that like button, subscribe, share, do all that stuff. What's
Get
good?
the memberships up, baby. We got 11 members now. Can you believe it?
Come on. Let's go, y'all.
Hit that membership button, man. Hit that membership button, man. It's time I show my face. We're in the building. You know what that means. AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Yeah. I ain't turn my lights on. How dare I? I disrespected the game right now. Why would I do such a thing? Come on, let me get right.
Gotta say good morning to the people. They in the building. They in the chat, man. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a beautiful morning and an even better day. Listen, man, the heat is starting to simmer down. I've never been so happy to see 80 to 80 something degrees in my whole life. I'm over 90 plus. Like, seriously, 90 plus humidity. So listen, man, we getting a little break this weekend with it being in the 80s, man. And my brother is pulling in town today. Big shout out to Flea. Big shout out to Dom, Uncle Weiss, Kells, AllBall TV family. With my guy Flea pulling up this weekend. Can't wait to see him. Fabian, what's good, baby?
1 for Fabi Crack and 2 for Flea.
We got Tyler. We got Tyler hitting game winners and all that in the summer league. Know what I mean? Tell Bronny James hit a game winner before they start going crazy.
Oh, I'm surprised you even mentioned that guy's name.
My fault.
Bronny James out here hitting. No, hold on. He was out here hitting jumpers, looking like Steve Nash out there. What?
Let me tell you something before we start. This when you know you trash. When you score 12 and people go crazy. Listen.
Yo.
Hey. Everybody's smiling. He cheesing.
They ran Skip out of the building. They fired Skip, but they didn't know. It's not that they fired Skip. AllBall replaced them. AllBall's on such fire. They had to get rid of Skip Bayless. We got to go get that guy with the afro, the Dominicano over there. No, he ain't Dominican. Whatever he is, go get him, please.
Let's get the Knicks Rehab, man. Because this is what the people come in the building for. They love to hear us talk about our Knicks. So talk to me. What we talking about?
I wanted to laugh at Skip Bayless some more. Well, first of all,
Skip Bayless laughing at us. Why we think we laughing at him? He literally made a whole career off of talking about one thing and one thing only. Come on, man. You got to be legend to literally make a life out of talking about a career, out of talking about LeBron, Tim Tebow, and come on, man. Come on, man. So Tom Brady. Come on, man.
Who else did he have? It was, but it's so, you know why you're so right? Because why do we know this? Like, the other day, Flea knew his wife's name, Ernestine.
Exactly.
How do we know that?
So
when people they go crazy on him, I'm like, yo, at the end of the day, I call him a GOAT, but I'm joking because I think what he was doing was nasty. But he changed the game, man. And all these guys, all these so-called from Shannon, Draymond, I don't care how successful you are, Draymond, the new media, you guys went from sounding like, oh, I'm gonna change the game, and you sound just like them.
Yep.
They all sound like Skip Bayless.
Yep. Yep. Listen.
Haters. He said haters.
Yep. It's all about the dollar. Ain't nobody trying to be no purist. They see them numbers when they try to be a purist, and then when they talk about the nonsense, okay.
Throw in the towel.
They wives and they managers is having a meetings with them going, listen, bro, we're going to make 1,000 a week or 10,000 a week with the content. What you want to do? Yeah. Basketball purists, you know what? Get out of here.
They're keeping the lights on over here. Kristen Castillo, new family member of the AllBall TV family.
Nice.
Member.
Big shout.
Good day to you, my brother. I had some wise words I wanted to share with you guys. Maybe the journey isn't about becoming anything. Maybe it's about unbecoming everything that isn't really you, so that you can be who you were meant to be in the first place. Shout out to the master investor on Instagram. I got that from him. And that quote is from Paulo Colo. Hopefully I said your name right. It rhymes, so I'm thinking that I did. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Beaming Boy, 81. What up, my brother? It's a New York thing. What's up, fellas? What's up, chat?
What's happening?
Remember the evolution of yo? It used to be yo.
Yep.
Then and then it just turned into whatever the hell you guys say nowadays. What the hell do you kids say nowadays? I don't even know. I don't even think we got kids in the building. We got grown people in the building that go to work.
They ain't saying nothing. They walking by with the poo shiesties slinging that thing, Paul. They ain't saying nothing. They get out the way. That's what they saying.
Get out of our damn way. So let's get into it, man. I saw Rashid on his podcast, Rashid Wallace, excuse me. Hall of Famer. He has to be a Hall of Famer by now because that Pistons run to give him
Is he? I don't know. We definitely need to look that up whenever you get a chance. But I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer, to be honest with you. I didn't never hear him get inducted. I don't know. That's a great question. I mean, we definitely could talk about that another time.
Yeah, I don't remember him being at an induction. You know what I'm saying?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Hall of Fame talent, yes. But I'm being honest, a guy like that, he don't care, so it doesn't even matter. But definitely, one of the most underrated players in NBA history. What he brought to the table, like in today's league, he's getting $300 million.
He would be crazy today. Like Webber would have been crazy today. I want to do something else on Kevin Garnett if we have time. I think Kevin Garnett at this point is underrated. We'll get into that later.
All right, we get to that later. Let's go.
We'll get to that later. Because Rashid here was speaking on Jalen Brunson's impact with NBA insider Jake Fisher. And they believe he might be the best one-on-one scorer in the NBA.
He's the best playoff scorer that I've seen in person in a long time. I mean, that dude was getting 40 after 40 every other night, man, in that Philly series. And he had to go against 6'9" Nick Batum and 6'8" Kelly Oubre, and then they're switching 6'10" Tobias Harris, and then you got
who?
Exactly. So
wow.
He had to do that.
Indy series too, like
Strong Island, man,
all over him, and he still was getting 40 and 10 every single night.
Bum hand.
He did it back against. I mean, the reason that Jalen got paid and got the deal he got in New York that people at the time thought was an overpay was because he was killing and putting up 40 for Dallas against Utah when Luka was out. That dude's been doing it his entire career. I remember I used to go to Dallas a lot. One of my friends from high school moved there out of school, and I went every year for Eagles Cowboys. And every time I was there, I'd roll through Mavs practice, and him and Luka with Jamal Mosley, because because Mose could still get out there and defend these guys. They would play 3-dribble 1-on-1 and like a little 3-man king of the hill. And Brunson's footwork was just so what it is now that everyone sees. I literally left that gym one day and I was telling people, I think he might be the best 1-on-1 scorer in the NBA. And people looked at me like I was crazy. And he's proven it. I mean, you cannot guard him.
His footwork is crazy.
He picks up his dribble. He might be more dangerous than when his dribble's live because he's.
You think you got?
Well, you heard it there. You heard it there first. AllBall. What do you think? Jalen Brunson, the best 1-on-1 scorer in the NBA.
By far. By far. It's not even close. You know, listen. I've been on the Brunson bandwagon for the past 2 years, but this year I just turned into a total stan. What he embodies, how he carries himself. I just love human beings like that. Very humble. It just seems down to earth. But yeah, he's the best 1-on-1 ball player in the league, and it's not even close. Think about what he had to deal with all season with all the injuries. So teams didn't have to double team nobody on our team. And look what he was doing. And like they said, look at the guys that they were trying to put on him. Drew Holiday, best defender in the league. Then you got guys that's the Kelly Oubre's and the guys that's 6'8", 6'9", and he's put them in a blender. Put them in the blender. Footwork, impeccable. His footwork is like a boxer. Like crazy. The way he can orchestrate around the basket. Listen, I'm glad people are starting to pay attention to Jalen Brunson, but mostly our Knicks, because we typically hear about the same players every year. KD, LeBron, Curry, and then now, SGA, Ant-Man. And it's like, hold up. It's another guy over there, man, that's doing what them guys is doing. Average 28, and like they say, 40 ball after 40 ball. But when it comes to 1-on-1, he's unguardable. He's unguardable. He's not quick. He's not athletic. He doesn't have the better handle. But he has everything else in between. He knows when he got you beat, he's going to slow down to where you're going to be riding them paws on his back the way he could get the contact. He got a quick crossover. And the hesitation, it's just like I said, the footwork. So I totally agree. I don't see nobody else 1-on-1. Like right now, if they had give me the best players 6'2" and under all over the world 1-on-1 for a tournament, he's winning hands down. Hands down. Because he could post you up. He could take you off the dribble. He can knock down the mid-range. He got the floater. He can lay the ball up with both hands. And he can knock down a 3-point shot with a hand in his face. So for me, it's not even close. Jalen Brunson is the best 1-on-1 basketball player in the world. Not just the NBA, in the world. And he proved it all season. He proved it back-to-back seasons. Point average went up. In the playoffs, went from average of 28 in the regular season to 30 plus, I think maybe 35 in the postseason. And he did all this injured. He was never fully healthy. Always had knickknacks, whether it was an ankle, whether it was his left hand, whether it was a thumb, whatever it was. He's always wrapped up. So imagine this man fully healthy. He is unguardable. Jalen Brunson, hands down, not even close. I'm being honest. Maybe the next person is maybe Kevin Durant. And remember, Jalen Brunson is always under control. Hands down, best 1-on-1 player in the NBA.
I'm a stan as well.
Come on now. Come on now.
We in the building. I love Brunson. I always say people, because we would go crazy over him, they were just thinking we were overrating him. And I'm like, y'all over here standing Bronny James, respectfully. But I gotta disagree.
Oh wow.
Yeah. A lot of guys out here, man, Luka 1-on-1, Kyrie 1-on-1, SGA 1-on-1. De'Aaron Fox 1-on-1 is out of his mind a lot of times. That step back is insane. That slick step back, the swiper, insane. And everybody I just mentioned, like you said, they over 6'6", 6'6" or better. All these guys, and it's incredible what Jalen Brunson does. His footwork. I don't think anyone's better. We got into the heated Donovan Mitchell debate yesterday. Is he better 1-on-1? I mean, Donovan Mitchell's up there 1-on-1. There's a lot of guys, man. To say he's better than everybody, that's tough because I seen when LeBron locked him down. LeBron, 40-year-old LeBron, in one possession. That's
one possession. Don't do that. I seen Steph Curry get locked down one possession.
Steph Curry was never the best 1-on-1 player in the NBA ever.
I seen Michael Jordan get locked down one possession.
Never seen Michael Jordan get locked down, but
never just put
the guard like that.
Listen, that's my GOAT.
Bye, love you too. Head on a swivel. Enjoy your day. Never seen the guard get locked down.
That's a lie. I seen Reggie. No, one possession. I've seen him get locked down one possession. That's a fact. Pull it up.
But it was more than that because they basically, the double teams is tough for him. And I think the key part is what Kyrie and Allen Iverson could do with that size is them long ass arms, man. They could you could double them, triple them, and they're just gonna take that step up and dish the ball off. That hinders them. Because it's not 1-on-1 like you just said. I would love to see. They have to put that in an All-Star game or something like that. Put $1 million up. I want to see Kyrie versus Jalen Brunson 1-on-1 at the All-Star game. That would be dope. 1-on-1 like that, game to 7, whatever it is, game to 12, it'd be crazy. But this ain't 1-on-1 on a court like that. It's 1-on-1 while you're on a basketball court, a team game. And he broke records. Let's not get that twisted. We forgot all about that playoff performances. Jalen Brunson put on. He was tapping Michael Jordan numbers. Speaking of Mike,
exactly.
So yeah, he's incredible. But the best 1-on-1 defender. That's the best 1-on-1 defender being Jalen Brunson.
We live. Big Flea. Never the little one.
Oh, legendary.
One defender, please. Good morning.
Yo.
Good morning, fellas. What's good?
Oh man, good morning, my brother. How you?
I'm chilling. What's the word?
Chilling, man. I don't know if you got to see when Rasheed Wallace was talking to Jake Fisher of, I think he's from Yahoo Sports, but Jake Fisher was saying how he's been following Jalen Brunson since Dallas, or more invested in him in Dallas. And he was saying Jalen Brunson's the best 1-on-1 player in the game. The best 1-on-1 player in the game. And we were just reacting to that. What is your reaction to that, Big Flea?
He's up there right now. Like I said, I think after watching last year, after having to be in the position of having the ball in your hands 98.99999% of the time, like, yeah, we got a chance to see that he's a really tough cover, like extremely tough cover. So from what we saw out of his bag, being able to get downhill, the control and pace that he plays with, his footwork, like I think I said before, as a small guy, is one of the best. Even right now, rivaling like a Kyrie Irving type player. I think Jalen Brunson's footwork is crazy. But best in the game? That's high. There's some other guys that I would give the ball to go get a bucket before I give it to Brunson. If I'm stacking him up against the other guys in the league. But that doesn't mean that Brunson is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one of those guys that if I need a bucket, I'm gonna go to him. He proved that last season. No, he was one of the toughest covers in the league. I don't care what you threw at him, length, size, strength, double teams, however you played him, he figured it out. So that's the mark of a really, really good one-on-one player. So I may not give him the top crown, but he's absolutely up there. No question, no doubt about that.
Real quick, fleeted, but to Brunson's defense, I know, you always say, as much as he, has the ball in his hand, I just feel last season he kind of didn't have no choice because of all the injuries with Randall and OG.
Agree.
So to his defense, he had to have the ball in his hand. You couldn't rely on DiVincenzo or Hart, to have the ball in those guys' hands and, not give up a big game. But I'm gonna say this.
Can I ask you a question before you go forward?
Yes.
Let's just say we are fully healthy. Randall doesn't go down. OG comes back after that elbow and doesn't go down again. Let's say he doesn't average 28 a game. Let's say he doesn't dribble the ball the most last season. With all that being said, do you still consider him the best one-on-one player? Had Randall not got hurt, had we saw him not have the ball, but the point that you just made,
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Would you feel the same way?
Yes, because his point average will probably go down from 28 to 24. But once again, I've never seen him shut down. I didn't see nobody shut him down. I've seen all the other guys get shut down. I've never seen Brunson get shut down. So for me, what he does with the ball when he has the ball in his hands, it's like he's always against the odds. Smaller, not athletic, not quick, but he's posting big guys up. He's taking smaller guys off the dribble. The best defenders in the league, he's giving them 40. I've seen him have terrible first halves, and then in the second half, he goes ballistic. So, yeah, Flea, I would still have the same answer. Yes.
Okay. Fabian?
Before you jumped on, I mentioned how I forgot to mention when because LeBron locked him down for one possession. And, AllBall was like, that's one possession, man. We see everybody get locked down in one possession. But LeBron did it in crunch time. And, we talked about it over and over again. It's hard for him to perform in crunch time and do what he wants to do because not just real pressures on you, physical pressure, the time, everything, the moment. It's harder for him because he's a smaller player. And the smaller players that do get to perform,
Can I say something real quick, please?
Yeah,
hold on. I'm a LeBron hater. I'm a LeBron hater. Everybody knows that. That man is smart enough to know Brunson been playing 40-plus minutes. He's tired. Let me guard him this one possession because he's wore down.
Right, but it's
and
not.
And then now we're
going
to make it seem like LeBron at 40. Oh, my God. No. He ain't doing that in the first, second, or third quarter.
But it's not. I'm just pointing to that because that was the spotlight that we've been talking about with Brunson. It's like, when Dom is like, oh, you can't win with a small player like that. It's like, no, and one-on-one, that is the time when Joe Johnson one-on-one was vicious because of that. It didn't matter what time was on that clock. You give him the ball, he's making something happen. I don't care if there's 4 people on me. He's creating space somehow. He's elevating somehow. And Brunson doesn't have that, and it has to do with height, but it also has to do with the fact that it's the arms. Like, you weren't stopping Kyrie and AI from doing. Even AI was kind of not clutch like that, crunch like that. But I think it's not just being short; it's the arms, and because of that, he can't kick out and pass. So if you can't kick out and pass like that, remember he's been struggling with double teams the whole season. Kind of figured that out, kick the ball off early, but it stops you from the one-on-one scoring that you want to perform. That's why De'Aaron Fox is going to become more of a crunch time player. They have a new award now, right? The most clutch player of the year, whatever clutch player of the year award. We haven't seen Brunson enter that category yet. Hopefully this season he does, because how does he figure that out? I really believe that's part of his problem, and is unlocking that piece of his scoring. How do you create space with no matter what time is on the clock? That's part of it. LeBron saw it, bro. You got to give him credit for that. And it wasn't just him. It was a bunch of teams that would double him and pressure him in crunch time and not let him do what he wanted to do.
I saw him hit a lot of big shots this year. I saw him
finish games this year. Like, all right, that one possession that LeBron defended him and got a stop. Now that goes to his credit of knowing that Brunson's not clutch. Fabian, cut it out. Like, no. The kid is, again, can't skip steps, man. This kid has finally realized that I am the focal point of the offense. That's nothing to do with who he is as a clutch player. He just started to see double teams, and he's a smaller guard. So, like you said, shooting over bigger players, overmatching other players. Like, he had to figure that out. I don't think that has anything to do with if the young man is clutch or not. 50 wins, 2 seed. He could have folded it throughout the entire season. I think that shows a huge clutch gene. Not having your guys, not having your troops, feeling like you could have mailed it in. The guy broke his hand in Game 7 of the semifinals, with a chance to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. Like, he put it all out there that last year. I would have to, just disagree with you on if Jalen Brunson is clutch or not.
But I'm not okay. So I think we confuse a lot of times somebody not being clutch with they get nervous and they don't want to perform or whatever it is. It's not that to me, I don't know what big shots you talking about. I didn't see what Swiper was doing, what SGA was doing one-on-one. I didn't see that. Maybe he had to get the team game involved, but I didn't see the one-on-one jump shots that you talking about in crunch time. They got the ball out of his hands. Like, I don't now we fully disagree. I don't see where y'all talking about that with that now. That's something that's missing in this game.
Hold on. You saying last season he didn't hit no crunch time?
You too big on this crunch time. Everybody's not a crunch time player. This person's not a crunch time player. Who's the best clutch player in the league right now to you then, Fabian?
There's a couple. SGA.
Why?
I really like Swiper the most because Swiper has that most unstoppable move and the mid-range game. He can get over anybody. Again, it has to do with their height and everything. But what Swiper was doing the year before, I know he kind of
who's Swiper?
De'Aaron Fox. So what was Joe Johnson in his prime? That we just sneeze at him because
I'm not disputing. I'm not disputing Joe. I've watched Joe finish games
all right, then.
On plenty of occasions.
But Swiper, to me, he might be the closest version to that I've seen in the last 10 years that I've seen. Because he can get crunch time buckets. He can get a bucket. He can create space whenever he wants to. You cannot, even with 2 or 3 guys on him.
This man, hold on, man. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what you're talking about this morning, but we make a YouTube clips of Jalen Brunson in the clutch last season. One of the biggest shots against Philadelphia, first round, corner 3. What you call that?
You mean off the rebound and they kicked it back to him? He created space there.
Is that a clutch shot? No. Now, hold on. Are we talking about creating space or are we talking about clutch shots? What are you talking about?
Bro, we talking about one-on-one. That wasn't a one-on-one shot. That's not him creating all that. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We're confusing. I'm not saying he doesn't want to take the shot.
So all season he has no one-on-one where he had a clutch shot. That's what you're telling me.
He has them. I'm saying he has them, but that's not. He's not gonna. He can't do it whenever he wants to.
Yo, hold on.
Boxing these guys, they could do it whenever they want to.
Do we not realize all season last year this man basically played 40+ minutes? The whole team was injured, so of course down the stretch he's exhausted and tired. So that, and I'm not giving him no excuse, but come on, bro. You naming plays that their whole team was healthy, so they didn't have to play 47 minutes all season.
I seen Kyrie do it from his rookie season on.
Yeah,
he's giving Westbrook and Durant them buckets. I'm just saying, you were asking a question. I'm answering it.
Now Kyrie, rookie, you talk about rookie season. Bro, he been in the league 30 years already.
Okay,
he got one clutch shot this year.
Okay, one, but he has from his rookie season on. And he's been creating speed. That's what he does, bro. They're one-on-one players. They specialize in that. Not to say I would take any one of them over Brunson. I'm taking Brunson over De'Aaron Fox and Kyrie. He's a better leader, just the intangibles, everything about him as a player. I'm taking him over them. Even as a defender, he's better than them.
I give you Kyrie maybe better clutch because I seen what he did in Game 7 against one of the greatest teams ever assembled. But I'm just nowhere in the world I'm putting De'Aaron Fox up there with any of them guys. I don't know what you see in De'Aaron Fox where you telling me last 10 years you've seen him that clutch. I don't know what's going on.
He just won clutch player of the year. He was hitting buckets left.
His credit.
Swiper he just won the award for it 2 seasons ago. Like, this is what he does.
I mean,
Dude,
yes, his credit. He did win the award. So I mean, but it's funny.
Steve Nash won MVP. You told me he never deserved none of them. But now we're gonna put stock into that bum ass clutch awards this season. Get out of here with that.
Does that mean Steve Nash shouldn't have been in the MVP conversation? Maybe top 5, top 10, of course. But that's so Swiper somewhere 5, 7, whatever he is, top 7 clutch players in the game. But Brunson is not. I have never heard anybody mention with him in those moments, bro. This is a fact. 1-on-1. He's 1-on-1. Last shot of the game. You giving Brunson the ball over Luka? Like, we've seen what Luka does, and Luka's not even a great 3-point shooter, but we've seen time and time again that's what he does. So, like, that to me is like the best 1-on-1 player. We can't just say that. We can't. We've seen plenty of players out there right now that just this is what they do. John Morant is not in this conversation. I got SGA up there. He missed the shot against Dallas, but he creates space, man. He's tough. This is what they specialize in.
Boy, oh boy, man. I hope SGA is able to duplicate last season, because the way folks are jumping out the window for this young man, I hope that this is a consistent thing. I hope you dial this up every single year like all these perennial all-stars do. I hope that we can pencil in SGA for 25 a night, a top 3 seed in the Western Conference, because we talk about that young man now like he has done this for the last 5 to 8 seasons. He's a solidified, bona fide all-star. Like, this is insane. Slow down on SGA, brother.
Go ahead. Well,
SGA and De'Aaron Fox did not do what Brunson did last season with all them 40 balls. Brunson is maybe 6'2", not athletic, not quick. He played on a team where nobody else you had to double team but him. So basically, he's playing against 2-3 guys every night. He's getting the best defenders every night. And he's giving them buckets. Buckets. Like the young man said with Rasheed Wallace, even in Dallas. 40 ball after 40 ball after 40 ball, 60 ball. I'm sorry, brother. I know I could be biased, and there's no knock to all them great players. He's the best 1-on-1 player in the league right now. I'm sorry.
Y'all keep mentioning everything but 1-on-1 possessions. Nobody else mentions De'Aaron Fox with MVP candidate. He has to do 25 a game. I ain't talking about what SGA is doing for 46 minutes. We talking about even when the shot clock's winding down. It's tough for Brunson to do all that, to take double teams and triple teams on. These guys are taking on triple teams. But Brunson's kicking out of them. You don't want him shooting. You definitely don't want him shooting over triple teams. That hasn't been the case. So I was all understand. It doesn't take away from who he was. Top 5 MVP candidate. He's still that because of everything else that he brings to the table. So everything, I don't even understand the whole hating on SGA now. That's crazy.
No,
I mentioned Donovan Mitchell too, please.
Yeah, you're trying to equate different things that, in my opinion, don't matter. We're talking about 1-on-1 player, and then we started having conversations about, well, who's clutch?
Exactly.
No, talk about roll the ball out there and go get a bucket. We're talking about 1-on-1 play. If we're talking about who do we trust down the stretch, of course I'm going to trust a 6'6" guard that can shoot over most defenders than a guy that is challenged height-wise and has to figure out how to get a shot off. Yes, I'm going to trust SGA over Brunson. But that's not the conversation that we having. And as you do, you push the goalpost, you move it around the field, you move it around where it's convenient for you, and now we're talking about who's clutch.
Thank you, Flea. Thank you, Flea. This dude here, man.
What are you talking about? Like, people just, I'm asking the question. I get to challenge you people because you people just go, I'm thinking, I'm objective. No, you're not. Clearly not. You just said you would stand. I stand Brunson, but I'm honest.
But hold on.
You're not.
It went from Brunson is the best 1-on-1 player in the NBA to De'Aaron Fox is more clutch. That's not Who's talking about clutch? Who's talking about separation? Who's talking about any of that?
So hold on. So we're gonna go down a list in the history of the NBA and break down who were the best one-on-one players who weren't clutch. Can we do that?
Once again,
I know you don't want to do that because it's gonna not make sense to you.
But for me, you saying he's not clutch. I've seen him hit clutch shots. I don't know what you've seen last season. I've seen him hit clutch shots last season. So yeah, down the stretch, more times than most, he was bad because I cursed him out on the TV. But I've seen him hit clutch threes. I've seen him hit clutch shots. So I don't know where you're going with this, but I'm standing by what the young man said. What I seen last season from JALEN Brunson, one-on-one, like Flea said, you roll the ball out. No matter who you put on them, they were not stopping him from getting 30 and 40 balls. Nobody was.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. But I don't think he's the best. I don't think he gets the easiest shots. These other guys get easier shots, period. So and they're gonna finish at the basket better. So it just is what it is. We're talking about one-on-one, that's what it is. And then after a while, if you keep cooking, they're gonna double team you. This is natural. And then they triple team you, get the ball out of your hands. And some people will still make it happen with doubles and triple teams and get the and one and get to the basket and control the whole, again, the charity stripe. So to act like clutch has nothing to do with it, when crunch time, that's the time. Excuse me, that's the time during the game, end of the shot clock, all these times. Those are the times to show off your one-on-one skills with the most pressure on you. And it's tougher for him to do it than these other guys in the NBA. In the NBA.
Why you think
I don't know about the world and all that.
Why you think it's tougher?
It's crunch time, baby. It's showtime. The time is winding down. How much the clock is against you. You may have 2 or 3 guys on you. That's what happens. You mean why you think it's harder? You gotta make a bucket. You gotta make something happen, and you can't pass out and bail yourself out. Some people will kick out in those moments and find it, and even that is hard. Hold on, even that is hard for him. Even that is hard. You don't want JALEN Brunson with the ball in his hand with double triple team, and he has to kick out of a triple team. It's harder for him to do that.
So you telling me Fox, SGA, any of his other players, they triple team, they not gonna kick out to the open man, they gonna take the shot?
No, I'm not saying that.
No, that's what you're saying.
No, what I'm saying is that it's easier for them to do all of that. So it's harder for Brunson to even kick out of double and triple team. That's why he can't just allow the double and triple team to come to him, because they're going to stop him from even scoring a bucket. They're going to make the pass even harder for him.
I ask you a Flea question, please. I would like Flea to answer first. De'Aaron Fox, SGA, Brunson last season, what you've seen from those 3 players, one-on-one, who was better when they had their one-on-one matchups?
For me, it was, if I had to rank them, it was probably SGA, Brunson, Fox.
Fabian?
One-on-one, I'm going Brunson and SGA damn near close. I split hairs with SGA, and then you got to go Brunson. Brunson's right there. He was killing.
Okay.
I think we don't remember, and I know you guys remember, but that's obviously just a phrase. But SGA is a big guard. It's not a smaller guard in stature. So when they do start switching up matchups and taking smaller guards off of him, you could take Pat Beverly off of him, because he'll probably win that matchup. But then if you put a bigger wing on him, he's going to get by him. Like, SGA is extremely good offensively, especially one-on-one. But matching it up to Brunson, I don't think is completely fair, because Brunson's not a big guard. If Brunson was a bigger guard, he would own all of his matchups. I don't think he would have found somebody that would be able to stop him, especially being left-handed. Like that creates matchup problems in itself. So we're talking about a 6'5", 6'6" lefty guard, shifty, take you downhill, footwork is impeccable. Yeah, he would be up there, but smaller guard in stature. So
I don't want to go in a circle, man. I mean, we all know it's gonna be easier for the bigger guys to do what they want to do, and I think we were saying it all year long, and now Flea all of a sudden wants to just turn around like, nah, man. What are you talking about, Fabian? That's been his problem the whole season.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I just, I feel, the point that I think the young man was making and why, he spoke so highly of Brunson as far as saying that. Look at his size, man. Look at his height. And for him to do that all season, literally is crazy. To be, like I said, 6'2", not athletic, not quick, and no matter who they put in front of him, he gave him a 40 ball. Just one-on-one, get out the way. Pardon me, excuse me, I'm either going to post you up, I'm going to have to hit the mid-range, knock down the three in your face. I can create space. And he did that all season to any and whoever was in his way. And yeah, down the stretch, he wasn't as good as I thought he should be. But to his, say it again, everybody was injured. So him having the ball in his hands all the time, him carrying that whole load, exhaustion, tired. So for me, like I said, it's not even close. It's not even, all them other guys great. Their teams was healthy. They didn't have that pressure like that. Now, what that young man did in the New York market with everybody injured, nah, man. One-on-one, he was unstoppable last season.
That matters too. SGA's the best one-on-one player in the Garden. That type of pressure, playing in New York, playing in front of New York fans. Like the stuff that Brunson did in the market that he had to do it in, with the type of pressure that he had on him. Yeah, shit. Man, Fabian, if you don't get
Listen, I don't know.
SGA
I'm just
playing
giving you
in,
my opinion, bro. Everybody take it so personal. Jesus Christ. He's up there. I said the same thing you did. He's up there. But he's the best now? I said, Luka, no, of course not. You won't get, huh? Like, what happened? I thought if he's the best, then how can we mention Luka? It's like, nah, I'm not going to give him the ball in front. How? If he's the best one-on-one player in the game, over the guys that's bigger than him and everything, you're not giving him the ball over the other guys? That's the part that y'all kind of lose me on. I don't really understand that part. Once JB hits 10 points, they trying to double. But that's all the great guards. They're all the great one-on-one guys, right? That would be the smart move, though. Don't shoot a brick or a turnover. You just want them to make the best play. And that's what Brunson worked on. After they started doubling him more, remember, like Flea said, he learned how to navigate out of that double team this season, man. Kick the ball out earlier, everything.
Man, he literally fried everybody last season. Everybody.
It don't have to be easy. It's still going in. Why should you shoot in a triple team? You pass. Well, yeah, but the bigger guys are shooting over the triple team, bro. Kevin Durant shooting over 5. Everybody. It's just that's the height difference. You can't be mad at him. We can blame God. Cooking everything. JB Cook one-on-one so bad they had to double and triple team him. No, Fabe. I'm sorry I had to break your heart this morning. Salute to the guys. Good morning. Peace to the chat. Will. Chill Will. They studying tape on JB right now. Does it even? You can study him all you want to, man. That's the thing about his footwork. He's doing the counter for a counter thing. Like I know Kyrie's the king of counters, but I don't see. I think with once you get to the level of Brunson, the SGAs and all these guys, bro, they're like they practice so much. You can tell now they get on the court. It's all instinct. They read and react. There's nothing you could do when you watch that tape. All you're gonna watch is like how you gonna get your ass bust. Because what's the tape gonna do for you? Don't do that to Kyrie's ankles. I can't stand Luka. Maybe Fox, but everybody else cooked. The efficiency at his size is incredible.
Just saying, man. Big shout out to the chat.
Who's the greatest scorers at that size too? Because even Isaiah Thomas on Boston. Because even the whole Boston Isaiah Thomas thing is getting old, y'all. This guy went to a Western Conference Finals. He's been to a conference finals. He's leading a team right now. Isaiah Thomas never did that. Isaiah Thomas didn't win in college like this. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm getting kind of sick of that. It's kind of being it's a little good. It's getting a little disrespectful.
That's a lazy comparison. I don't like it.
It's starting to be right.
Yeah, I don't like how they're, you know, especially with, you know, the money and all of that. No, Isaiah Thomas's situation was very unique. So, no, I don't agree. I agree with you, brother. Stop comparing it.
That's a part of an anomaly, right? Where okay, yeah, this is what used to happen. This is what normally happens, and Jalen Brunson goes, "No, I'm not doing that no more. I'm the little man who's gonna make it happen." Caruso definitely had to tape his ankles up. That's like his most iconic play. No, I can't say iconic. Brunson
was a big shot. Corner ball when he dropped Caruso on the road in Chicago. Big shot. Be damned if he's clutch, right? Huh.
If only there wasn't 163 other games and we see other evidence that he doesn't do that all the time. If only it wasn't that. Oh yeah, I already did this already. Peace to the chat. Brunson is the truth, no doubt about it. We all agree. Michael Adams. Oh, I hate when this guy always gets brought up, Flea. I don't know if you hear him all the time. He played for the Denver Nuggets, right? He had like a season where he scored 30 points. Are you calling Jalen Brunson Michael Adams?
You asked what are the small guards that were big time scorers?
That was one season.
I'm guessing
that's like Isaiah Thomas all
Michael
over
Adams.
More disrespect. Who was in this comment? AI, Isaiah Thomas, both Isaiah Thomas. Trae Young in this conversation for you, Fleek. I know you go. You feel very similar to me.
Trae Young is a big time scorer. Trae Young is a big time scorer. That's it. Great passer too. Excuse me. I'd be lying if I didn't say Trae Young wasn't a good passer. Trae Young is a hell of a passer, but I think Trae Young is a one-dimensional guy. That's a fluke. That run to the Eastern Conference, that's what you consider a fluke. That's a fluke.
What do you think is missing in his game, let's say offensively, compared to Brunson that he's not, because he's not on his level? What is missing about his game that is letting him go to Brunson's level?
Just for me, strength.
He can take that contact.
Yeah, having the strength to be able to take certain hits. I think that's the big difference. Brunson's not a tall guard, but he's a big guard, right? He's got strength. He can defend his position. You know, he can create space for himself. You're not going to bully him off his spot. You know, I think all of that matters. If you get physical with Trae Young, he's a different player.
And once he goes to the paint, it's over. And then I don't know if his footwork is on the same. Yeah, it's not on the same level. Especially once, like you said, once you go to the basket and you have to take contact, your footwork is done. You have nothing. Ice Trae, where you been at? Melting. Oh, Tiny Archibald. That's a big name. 20 and 10, right?
Allen Iverson. I mean, I think that's the GOAT of that one.
He's the GOAT. Brunson's rivaling AI?
No. In terms of scoring the basketball?
Yeah.
No.
Damn. For real?
No.
What's stopping Brunson from being AI? Is it possible to top AI's little man crown, pound for pound?
There's only I'm not even going to give an exact. I'll give an exact number. There's probably only about 5 guys that have multiple scoring titles. He has 4. You probably can't find a lot of guys that have 4. He has 4.
He did this, Flea. He does this.
Like, he's led the league in scoring 4 separate times.
That's crazy.
like
Bubba Chuck.
MVP, right, OG? MVP
to the finals.
And we're talking about
40 ball in LA against Kobe and Shaq. Sorry, Flea. Go ahead.
We're talking about. I'm sorry. I'm fighting the mosquitoes out here. I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, that's another conversation. Allen Iverson was overrated. Thanks, Mr. McCormick, for your opinion.
Nah, I'm being honest. You can't really be overrated. I mean, that's a whole nother conversation. But
yeah,
you know, for Brunson, you know, Brunson is on his way. I think, you know, the Bubba Chuck thing, you know, AI, that's tough to say he's a better one-on-one or a better scorer. Like Flea said, if we have to go to the analytics and be literal, like I said, 4 scoring titles, an MVP, led that team to the finals, you know, which they should have been swept, but he won a game, you know, in LA against Kobe and Shaq. So, you know, I think that's a whole nother dynamic. But, you know, Brunson has an opportunity to put his name in that. You know, if he gets the Knicks to the finals, some conference finals, like I said, you know, it's going to be hard for him to average 30 with the team that's constructed now. But what he's done thus far, listen, man, when you talk about little guys, as far as just, Flea said, rolling the ball out and go get me a bucket, listen, man, you gotta discuss his name. You have to discuss his name.
And that's the tricky part, Christian Castillo. Christian. Everybody's way more efficient than AI now. Like a lot of these numbers, AI had the hand check on him, and he was in both leagues where he didn't have the hand check on him. But I don't know if these guys, Kyrie and these guys, and even Brunson, whoever, all these guys, Luka, everybody, I don't know if you were as efficient with that era. I don't know about that. Because you getting hand checked by Anthony Mason too, bro. Like, it's not just the guards. It's not just Derek Harper.
You get knocked down by Shaq, man. Come on, man.
How do you get back up from that?
Come on, man.
AI was an android.
Yo, these guys got a free highway to the basket. They know it's no Charles Oakley, it's no Karl Malone, it's no Kenyon Martin, it's no Shaq. It's nobody down there that's gonna put you on your you-know-what.
In your back pockets.
Yeah, and them guys back then prided themselves on defense. Like, them guys was upset if you got 30, 40 on them, let alone nowadays a guy give you 60, and these dudes will be smiling and bigging them up on social media. So, nah, man, what AI was able to do in that era, listen, man, that's sometimes some players is in a class of their own, man. So he might have to be in the category, like, to be spoken about in the realms of AI, you got to have 3-4 scoring titles, got to have an MVP, and you got to get to the finals before you even end that discussion.
Every time somebody does something unique or special, especially our legends, like, I don't like how this era, we try to tear them down and find ways to pick at and nitpick their careers. Like, all the way up until Michael Jordan. Like, all OG, not you OG, and definitely not you Fabian. But real quick, you old niggas out there that keep knocking the yesteryear players, the players that paved the way. Iverson was overrated. T-Mac wasn't shit. Like, I'm hearing a lot of the 90s wasn't this, it wasn't that. Like, you niggas have some respect, man. Have some respect, man.
Hey, Flea, dudes,
like, it's
really
getting... Go ahead, OG.
Flea, no, I want you to respond. Flea, dudes really be trying to say Clyde Drexler was trash.
Like, he was garbage. Like, look at this. This is bad basket. Shut the hell up. It just takes away from you even, like, celebrating the game. Yeah, we could talk it. But, you know, big shout out to this dude, and I hope he retires. But, you know, Skip Bayless has given everybody a license to say whatever the hell they want to say and downplay and try to kill all our legends and the guys that paved the way for the basketball that we're looking at today. Like, shame on you niggas. I don't like that. It bothers me extremely that people have the nerve to try to jump out there and say guys from before were trash. Trash? Iverson was overrated. Get out of here.
You know what rule we talked about yesterday on the phone, Flea, me and AllBall? There was a 5-second rule in college. You can only go one-on-one for 5 seconds in college.
That is true.
So can you imagine? You talk about the three dribble move, 3 dribble shoot.
Okay.
That was that was a must. How many times you gonna dribble in 5 seconds?
Now I'm gonna make it I always find a commenter to make it personal with. Mr. McCormick, how old are you?
Mr. McCormick.
So we can put this in perspective.
He graduated from St. Anthony's when Dan Hurley, the current coach of
that's what's up. Big shout out to him. That don't matter.
How old is he? He was a gym teacher there. That had to be the 90s.
Okay, so what?
You know St. Anthony's is closed now.
So what?
Is crazy.
So what? Let's have a conversation.
What's the conversation?
No, I'm asking questions. I'm asking questions. I'll wait for him to respond. You start talking about this dude's resume, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you did, like, what? I don't talk to me about where he did. I asked him a question. How old are you? So we can have a conversation.
I was trying to break it down for you. If he was in the 90s with Dan Hurley as a gym coach, I'm thinking he's in his late 30s. That's all. I've been under Flea's gun for 2 days. I don't want no more parts of this, man.
Hey,
Mr. McCormick, you gonna catch this heat. Forgive me. Same excuses. AI was overrated and wouldn't be a top 5 guard today.
So what? So what?
Yeah,
what does that mean? What does that mean? That's what I mean. That's that hyperbole. That's that hyperbole. Say something shock value. Shut the hell up. Iverson would have been great today, yesterday, 30 years ago. Would have been fine.
But see, Mr. McCormick, big shout out to you, man. Appreciate the love being in the chat. It's all love over here. And this is real sports talk, so this is how we gonna give it up. We can't say AI's wouldn't be a top 5 guard today, but Dame Lillard, Kyrie, Brunson, Trae Young, those guys can be considered top 5 or maybe top 10, depending on who you like or who you don't like. It's no way in the world AI is not top 5 today, as far as guards. It's no way in the world. I'm not with the spacing, with the soft defense, and with the 3-ball really being a thing, it's no way in the world. It's no way in the world. I totally disagree with that. I'm sorry.
And that's what they lean on. That's what they lean on. That's Fabian does it too. Iverson was grossly inefficient. Go find me a guard in that era from that time that was extremely efficient, that took great shots, that shot close to 50%. Because all these guards do it today, right? And that's why we jump out of here with this efficiency word. We learned a new word this era, so now we got to lean on it. Okay, so now every guard in the league is efficient because they have freedom of movement. They can get to the free throw line. They don't get stopped from getting to their spots.
Can I ask you a question? If you're not efficient, so meaning I know what efficient means. So y'all telling me if Iverson was here today playing in the league, and let's say he averaged, like he said, he would average 40. But let's say he did that shooting. What's inefficient to y'all? 40% now? Because I think guys are like Fabian, you good at this. You say, what's a great percentage right now for a guard? Your opinion.
If you're scoring 40 points, you got to be shooting 45% minimum.
Right. So, all right, stay there. So I'm asking you.
Efficiency is not just field goal percentage, y'all.
Right, but hold on. But Flea, forget all that. Listen to what I'm saying. This is my point. Where I come from, I don't care if you took 40 shots and made 17. If you win the game and you put the team on your back. So my point is, y'all tell me if Iverson was here today playing basketball and he averaged 35 and he shot 40%, he wouldn't be one of the best guards in the NBA? Y'all opinion? Chat and Fabian?
I think with Iverson, Yo, what's our guy's name? That was not jumping the kid that played not the kid, the guy that played AI and he went down south and AI was like, man, fuck y'all New York niggas.
My family, JaVale the Giant.
JaVale the Giant.
One
When
of the
I
best
heard
guards
that,
I ever seen in New York. That's family. Big shout out Grant Projects, JaVale the Giant. That's a fact.
yo, Flea, this guy's our size. When I heard him tell that AI story, they were in some camp down south. They seen Allen Iverson, you know, they heard of AI, whatever. And as soon as they stepped on the court, Allen Iverson said, man, fuck y'all New York nigga. I said, what? I loved it because who really does that in this era? See, Flea, sometimes you catch me while I'm molding some thoughts. Do you know that there's how you call it, actions or plays that are named after Allen Iverson? They have an Iverson cut.
The Iverson cut. Yeah, I'm aware.
Not you, but everybody in the chat. Paul Pierce has a weak side move that they named after him as well. You don't get these things for no reason. Allen Iverson's not just in the history books for his braids and his crossover. He's in the history books for being on the court. All them picks that you see set at the free throw line to set up the guards now, he started that. That's why I say he's more influential than Kobe, Steph, LeBron, all these guys, because he started this whole era. You move from the point guard to the two guard. They moved that little guy to the two guard.
It's trendy, man. It's trendy. That's all. That's why I get annoyed.
No, that's okay, Flea, but we have to be able to express ourselves too and go back and forth with them because we got to explain where we're coming from now. Allen Iverson was highly competitive. I don't care if he didn't practice. He didn't like to be embarrassed. That's what being competitive means. I'm not going to be embarrassed. You might give me 40. I'm going for 40. I don't think he's going to be shooting like he did before either, Mr. McCormick, because the thing that you're forgetting about is that just like Robert Paulson is breaking down in the comments, he started shooting more efficiently when they changed the rules. So what do you think they would do when there's no defense anymore? And you can't hand check me, and I can travel. I can do 3,000 Euro steps, and I'm Allen Iverson, the fastest guy in the league, and I got the longest arms in the league. You're not stopping Allen Iverson. You're not stopping him. He would have been insane in this era. If John Morant is insane, AI would have been insane. And he took the bruises and kept it going, and there's no big man to punish him when he gets to the basket. How will you stop Allen Iverson? I don't think we understand this.
Yeah, and Mr. McCormick, you know, like I said, I love the engagement. It doesn't matter who gets the credit. He's the one on the floor putting in the productivity and putting the ball in the bucket. So I don't care who said play the 1, the 2, I don't care about none of that. My whole thing is I'm looking at guys his size and his height. Pause. You have guys like Trae Young. You have guys like John Morant. You have guys like Jalen Brunson. These guys are the top guards in the NBA. Kyrie Irving. The list can go on and on and on. You even got guys like Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell. However you want to have them. It's nowhere in the world you're going to tell me today Allen Iverson is not a top 5 guard in the NBA, whether it's the 1 or the 2. He will be up there with Luke and SGA in them. Simple and plain. And I'm not an Iverson super fan.
Allen Iverson must have came to that the 90s, huh? St. Anthony's, huh? Allen Iverson must have came to that gym and shut it the hell down. He must hate Allen Iverson so much. 43, yeah, you must have seen Allen Iverson up close and personal. Yeah, this sounds personal. He must have came to that little box gym and gave y'all 50. Because
McCormick said he traveled all the time. Big shout out to Mr. McCormick.
Yeah, Mr. McCormick. Ball. I think it is important to give credit to Larry Brown for that because he did it at a time where it wasn't done. Period.
No, I understand.
Period. Now, but now it's in vogue. Now they changed the rules so that everybody can play like Iverson. That's my point. He did it when you weren't allowed to do it, and he still scored 30. Yeah, it was a lot of it was bad shots and everything. But what did you expect him to do? I wish he played, passed the ball more a little bit more, but he didn't. Who's gonna pass to?
Two bigs in the paint. They're trying to force you one way. You had to be very skilled to get in the paint and finish around the rim. He did that too. Like, we're not talking about this NBA where the entire floor is spread, and I get a a free highway to the rim every time. No, we're not talking about that. And if Iverson was playing it today, not top 5, like now we just saying anything.
I'm gonna shut it down just like this, and I'm moving on. You cannot mistakenly get 4 scoring titles in an MVP. I'm gonna say that again. You know how some guys just trip and have a good season? You can't trip and have 4 seasons of scoring title and unanimously undisputed when you win that MVP. Nobody complains about it. Nobody can't say, well, hold up, so-and-so should have won. You can't mistakenly do that. So for me, that's where the conversation ends. Like, Fabian, you have a good point when you go, hold up. We pull up Steve Nash numbers. Shaq should have did this, or this person should have did this. And with AI, there's no gray area. Once again, I'm gonna say it again. You can't trip and fall and all of a sudden get 4 scoring titles in the MVP. So to me, that's where I'm dead in the conversation on my end. I'm not discussing that. AI will be easily, whether he played the 1 or the 2, be top 5 guards in the league today. I'm sorry.
So now AI is underrated apparently. I'll get to the next. I want y'all to see this before y'all go. Somebody else is coming up to me that's underrated at this point. But I want to get to these super chats, man. $20 from Lorenzo with the benzo, huh? Good morning, gentlemen in chat. Respect for the dedication and keeping us informed throughout the off season. Appreciate you, man. You know what? You recognize it's the off season and we're still working. We're still sweating.
Big shout out, yes.
Big shout out to Lorenzo.
And SF Wisdom with the 1999. They scared, but I'm not.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Big shout out.
Gregory Lee with the $2.
Yes, sir.
Tip me. Tip me. I'll take it all 8 quarters.
That's right. Listen, man. We are very humble and appreciative over here, man. If you're sending 50 cents, we're gonna give you a shout out and be just as proud as if you sent $100. So listen, man, appreciate y'all. Really do. Appreciate y'all. And we gotta find a way to give back to y'all brothers, man. We're gonna have to get some shirts or some hats or something made where we can start sending things off, man, to the people that really show nothing but love to us, man. Big shout out to everybody in the chat.
And don't be scared to give us ideas. If some of you guys are graphic designers or know somebody's a graphic designer, want to put them on, let's mingle and talk about it. Suggest them so we can see if we could work together. You know, we might like it, we might not, but at least we put this in order and at least promote them on here. Like everybody needs to take advantage of being on this platform. I'm on YouTube. I'm addicted to YouTube. I'm on YouTube all day. My wife be smacking me in the head to get my attention. Gregory Lee says the only weakness in AI game was height and threes. I think the threes and those shots change up for him in this era. He's gonna get a lot more easier shots, man. Especially the mid range. He's just and AI was my dude. But I criticized him enough throughout his career. Let's see if Mr. McCormick, he took 500 shots to get it. Yeah, I think we answered all your questions though.
Let's move away from that. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, y'all, and listen, man. Become a subscriber, man. Come on, man. Hit that subscription, share, like, subscribe. Let's go, y'all.
Don't get Flino started.
I've been behaving. I didn't mute it up. I'm behaving. So go ahead and show love to the super chat. We appreciate y'all.
No doubt. So speaking of, I guess the 90s guys are going to be underrated now. And I like that Flea said that is a lot of disrespect. Because I think now, personally, unless the kids really hype them up, Kevin Garnett, hold on, that's not even. I'll get to that in a second.
Hold on. I'm just surprised that it's not the young guys, because guess what? I can appreciate the young guys kind of standing for their era, number one, and then number two, a lot of them just didn't do the research or weren't around, didn't see the actual games. I'm talking about you old niggas that was around, that was there, that watched it and have the nerve to be over 40 talking about they weren't good. It's like, what? We don't have to kill yesterday's era to big up this era. That's corny. Now that was substantial. Move on.
Well, let's continue on, because I think what you're saying is going to connect with this right here. Kevin Garnett, I think it's player's choice. They brought up Kevin Garnett's name today, and how how he should be looked at.
KG at his best is better than Duncan at his best.
KG's number 2 on my list too.
Yeah, KG number 2 on my list. Duncan's 3rd on my list for peak.
Same with me. Same with me.
KG had a 4-year stretch. KG had a 4-year stretch. Now, this may sound like it's not a lot today, but KG had a 4-year stretch. We went 23-12. That
With
doesn't sound like a lot
defense.
today.
With amazing
And
defense.
he was a first-team All-League defender.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like a lot today, but in 2002, in a big man league, going 4 straight years at the 4 spot at 23-12, playing elite defense, who else was doing that? Duncan was doing that. Shaq was doing that. That's it. Weber wasn't doing that. Sheed wasn't doing that. And by the way, this was a power forward era. Dirk wasn't doing that.
The numbers do Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett absolutely no justice. And you guys have no idea how good Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett was.
I mean, yeah, I hear a lot of Giannis is better than KG. That bothers me. But I think KG, I'm not going to say he played in the wrong era, but I think KG's game traveled better from the 2000s than damn near anyone who played in the 2000s. In terms of what he was able to do defensively, in terms of his jump shooting ability, he wasn't that physical, imposing interior force like a Shaq or a Duncan. He was more on the outside, versatility, passing, processing, versatility on defense in terms of switching and just scheming. That stuff looks like it would travel to this game and the 2020s a lot more seamlessly than other guys. So I have KG probably number 2, but there might be a hint of bias of how I just feel his game would travel to today. Whereas maybe Tim Duncan was more effective in the 2000s.
I have it too.
But KG, I just feel more comfortable with him in a variety of different roles. I think KG.
Rod's one of them old niggas I'm talking about. Yeah, your mic is low, Fabian. Nah, it's low.
Damn you, microphone. Damn you. Can you guys hear me? 1 2 1 2 1 1.
Nah, it's faded.
All right. How do you hear me now?
Yeah, much better.
All right. So, shout out to Hammer Time. He said, KG ain't better than Dirk at his best, and I'm close to saying Davis and Giannis as well. I can't miss the playoffs 4 years in a row at your peak and be at the top of these combos. Y'all wildin'. People forget Dirk might have done KG worse than what Joker does to Davis, and y'all clown Davis. Incredible.
Yo, I swear. Oh man.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna be quiet. Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead. Get in there, Flea.
It's like we forgot. It's like we get spoiled with watching such great basketball today that now we go back and have this like weird revisionist history. This dude was one of the best defenders at his position, if not the best defender in the league for multiple years. I don't need to spew any numbers to quantify what I'm saying. If you watch the game, you know what I'm talking about. Now we're saying Dirk Nowitzki was a better player than Kevin Garnett? No. This is just starting to get irresponsible now. This is not even about saying something worth something. It's just like jumping out the window just because now. Like, no, we can't do that.
I think that's why I hate. We got to pick and choose when we're using these team accolades to give props to our guys, because that's why to me it's like if Jordan was drafted by the Clippers, what would we be talking about? Kevin Garnett was basically drafted by the Clippers from 20 years ago. People don't understand the story. McHale messed up. They gave Joe Smith some under the table deal, and they lost draft picks. Stephon Marbury got traded. He got traded for Terrell Brandon. Terrell Brandon tore his knee up. Kevin Garnett wasn't even allowed to have a good team for like 7 years. It wasn't his fault that they missed the playoffs, man. And I thought he was a fake tough guy. Joakim Noah and these guys, they confirmed that. But there's no way possible. If I got Tim Duncan out there, give me KG. KG could play in any era. Any era. Dirk, I get it. But Dirk got drafted to the Mavericks, and they had a 50-win team for like 10 straight years or 12 straight years, whatever it was. But you always had a squad. If Kevin Garnett had that Dallas Mavericks team, this is a different conversation. It just is.
As soon as they put a crew around him, he's in the Western Conference Finals. As soon as they put a crew.
And hold on, what was the crew? Troy Hudson, or old Sprewell, old Sam Cassell.
Irvin Johnson.
Come on, man. And that's not even a squad.
They had Trent Hassel playing big minutes. They had Gary Trent Sr. being a contributor. Big shout out to those guys. But once they put
that's not Manu, that's not Tony Parker.
It's not
Shaq. Come on, man. Dirk had, even though Devin Harris flamed out, Devin Harris in his peak was putting in work. What's the kid Howard that was doing work before he got traded to the Wizards? They went to the finals.
Josh Howard.
Josh Howard. Bro, if Nick Van Exel never got hurt, that Dallas team, not Nick Van Exel, I'm sorry, Dirk when he hurt his knee, they were giving everybody problems, and they didn't even play defense. And they had my guy, you know who my guy is, Flea, Donnie Nelson. Kevin Garnett did not have Don Nelson. He didn't have some creative dude at the coach. He didn't have a creative general manager. Yo, Duncan had Pop. This guy has Mark Cuban. Like, all these things matter. And again, that's why I walked a little bit back about what I said about Donovan Mitchell yesterday, because is Donovan Mitchell really surrounded by the complementary pieces? No. Him and Garland don't work together. Who the hell was working with Kevin Garnett? Like, and then he goes to Boston, and what happened? Immediately 3 straight finals, two out of 3 finals in a row, and still went to the conference finals against Miami.
And they finally gave him his Defensive Player of the Year award. Finally.
See, that one's tough too, because Duncan never got one. You know what I mean? With Ben Wallace there, Mutombo there, you had defensive specialists getting it over him. But Garnett was a two-way player at that. Dirk wasn't a two-way player. Like, this is it. And then and then Anthony Davis? Who's better, Anthony Davis or Kevin Garnett, please?
Who am I taking?
Yeah.
Give me Kevin Garnett.
He's guarding everybody that AD is. Everybody.
It's not like a huge gap, right? We just talking about the player. But
yeah, of course. We talking about
it's not a huge gap between those two guys.
It got talent wise, it's damn near even.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Talent wise, I would absolutely agree with you there. Talent wise, it's probably like dead even.
How many? Jesus Christ, bro! I want to guess he played 82 games at least 2 or 3 times, and he played over 70 games at least 12 times.
Yes, I would agree there. That's where the edge is because he's
reliability.
Available and reliable. That's the only thing that, if Anthony Davis was a guy that, was available all the time, that top 75 slot would sit better with me.
Excuse me. We were off by one season. 13 seasons of 70-plus games played. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 seasons of 82 games played. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 games of over 80 games played. 1, 2, 3, 3 games of 81 games played. How can you compare it? How can you compare it? He finished top 10 in defensive player of the year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That last 2011, 2012 season, he's still top 5 defensive player of the year.
And that's in like year, and that's in year like what, 17?
Damn it. He drafted 96. That was 2012. In the MVP conversation.
Drafted 95. Another year. Like,
KG more durable too, right? Christian?
Yo, that's crazy though.
Didn't he have Olo Candy?
Yes, yes, Christian, yes, he did.
KG remind me of Draymond, fake tough guy. Yes, but it works. Like at the end of the day, he's a fake tough guy, but you want that. You want the effort of I'm going to put pressure on the defense on the offense at all times. Like Tim Duncan stopped falling for it. There's an ill video where Tim Duncan just laughed at him like, all right, bro. Because he's Tim Duncan. Everybody else, Kevin Garnett maximizes potential as much as possible. I used to hate his dumbass shimmy shake fadeaway shots. That's what killed him with the Jordan impressions. But give me that over AD any day. Any day. This is not a conversation for me. 17 years? 17 years, Flea. Look at the way he talks now about the game. He wants to play now.
Yes, he wants to play right now. He wants to help a team right now.
He's a little sick. Y'all bugging. KG had Wally's herpes.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. He had Wally. Come on, y'all.
They on a roll over here. KG had Flip Saunders. Yo,
no.
KG overcame Doc Rivers. God bless the dead, please.
Yes, but I got it. Overcoming Doc Rivers is insane.
They were the Celtics. KG was an animal. Yeah, and again, if you're gonna say Dirk over him, no. Let's not forget Dirk in the playoffs. He didn't get over that hump where he didn't get until the Miami Heat the second time around. We playing with KG's name, man. Okay, I wish Dom was here because he kind of hates this. He's Dom. Shout out to Dom Dropper. He said that the Gen Z overrates him. Like, he hates the way they bring him up because of Giannis. But even with Giannis, bro, Kevin Garnett might have averaged a triple-double in this era. 30, 10, and 10. Something crazy. If you like Giannis, and then KG's allowed to travel, dog, and who's gonna guard him?
Tough cover.
He's amazing. Big time rebounder, rebound king.
What Chill said is right. Like we get spoiled with because Karl Anthony Towns averaged 25 and 12 for 2 seasons or so. That he must be just as good as Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett was 23 and 12 for what did Chill say? A 4-year stretch during a time stretch during a time where the league was saturated with power forwards. Like that was the preeminent position at one time, and he was tops at his position. How many All NBAs? I wonder how many first team All NBAs did KG get?
First team
All NBA.
He has not. He's a 9-time All NBA guy, 12-time All Defense. Let me see does it have it here listed? All NBA. Oh, right here. 2
first team.
Number 1, first team is 1, 2, 3, 4. He got 4 of those.
4 first team. Well,
yeah.
Okay. I would expect.
Does that make Duncan's there, bro?
I would expect Duncan to have more than him, though.
Yeah.
I would expect that.
Tim Duncan has how many times he finished the top 5 defensive player of the year and he didn't get one? Tim Duncan does not have a defensive player of the year award. And if you think, don't let us go to them defensive rating. Y'all don't want to do that. But I digress. We're talking about Kevin Garnett over here. He was incredible. Matter of fact, that's part of Kevin Garnett, Flea. Let me get the big cam for this. Before I'm losing my mind right now, my memory. Yeah, God bless Malik Sealy as well.
God bless the dead.
Tayshaun Prince. Before Tayshaun Prince exposed T-Mac, he was really exposed by Kevin Garnett, and it's going to sound funny, at the All-Star
Lord,
game.
have mercy.
He was
Tayshaun
Kevin
Prince
Garnett.
exposed Tracy McGrady now?
I'm gonna break it down for you. Don't do it to yourself. I was a T-Mac guy. I was arguing with Hammer Time. Hammer Time he said, "Yo, Kobe's the best." I said, "Nah, T-Mac is that dude." That season, if I'm not mistaken,
What did Tayshaun Prince coming back from down 3-1? Talking about that series, or what are you talking about?
So in that season, at the All-Star game, Kevin Garnett guards T-Mac one-on-one, and he locks him up multiple possessions. So I go, all right, this is the All-Star game. I'm a T-Mac fan. They played Minnesota that month. He does it again. I said, oh, dear Lord. What is this? He can't handle the 7 foot. Luckily, there ain't too many of these guys in the league. It's only one Kevin Garnett. Later on in them playoffs, Detroit goes down 3-1. Tayshaun Prince is on the bench. He came off the bench. That game, that's 3-1. So that game 4, the end of game 4, Tayshaun Prince starts guarding T-Mac. And I see the Kevin Garnett all over again. I said, oh, no. Luckily, there's one more game to go. T-Mac will figure it out. And y'all know how this went. They lost 3 straight in a row because they started Tayshaun Prince after that. Locked them up. It was bad. The numbers are bad, Fleet. The numbers are bad. All I'm saying is that...
you know me. I will fact check all of this.
Let's do it right now.
No, I'm about to walk into the office. You could do that with our family. But oh yes, I will absolutely fact check that. Because don't think I don't believe you. I 100% believe you, but I would like to see what it actually looked like. Because I do remember that. They came back and lost that series. T-Mac was not good. 5, 6, and 7. He was not.
No, this one was Charlotte. They lost to Charlotte with Baron Davis. Like, T-Mac pissed me off, bro. He pissed me off. I was a T-Mac fan. Big time. Big time. Was this one against Detroit, or was it the first year? Yeah, here we go. So, the first 3 games, T-Mac goes for 43, 46, 29. First 4 games, 43, 46, 29, 27. He shoots 53%, 61%.
He had it rolling.
Yes. Look, Flea, 53%, basically 54%, 62%, 50%. Game 4, he shoots 37%. Then from then on, game 5, 40%. Game 6, 39%. Game 7, 29%. Trust you and me.
Ooh, he laid a stinker in game 7.
Dog, what Tayshaun Prince did to him, that was like when Jay-Z ruined my Mace fandom, man. In 97. That's what that was about. I was a super Mace fan. And out of nowhere, Jay-Z comes out of no imaginary players. No, I'm sorry, 98. Then he dropped Ride or Die. Check your own videos out. You always be number 2. And that's what it was, T-Mac. At the 2, at that time, you always be number 2. Kobe took it at that All-Star game, got booed in Philly. I was like, yo, I gotta start putting some more respect on Kobe's name. This guy's out here showing out with people booing him from his hometown. How dare y'all? And T-Mac's out here stinking it up, not knowing what to do with his life. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that was heartbreaking. Look,
was that 2002?
I'm going to say, yeah, it had to be because that was the Detroit.
I'm talking about the All-Star game. Oh, okay. It was the game was in Philly.
03, right?
Yeah, that sounded about right. 03.
Please. You know you a Kobe guy. Me and you would have been going. Oh no, you like Kobe back then. Me and you would have been going back and forth.
Oh yeah,
and if
yeah.
you would have seen me
If you would have seen me in June or May of 2003, you would have just been laughing at me on the bus, on the Q65, whatever bus we were on. You would have been
Q
like, "Yo, T
Q65.
Mac, huh? T Mac, huh?" I
Yeah,
was
I
been
used to
like,
have
"Yeah,
I used to have regular debates with my guy because he was a T Mac guy. So debating T Mac and Kobe was something that we did growing up, man. That was regular stuff that we did. And it was a good debate too, because it was fair. Like both of those guys at the time, I mean, you know, Bean went to another level, but early on, it was a fair conversation.
yo, hot grabber."
Hot
I ain't
grabber.
seen you.
No, you gotta
I
say
haven't seen you in a
grabber.
while.
Say grabber,
Grabber,
not grabber. Grabber. There you go.
hot grabber,
Hot grabber.
shabba, shabba, hot grabber. 718. He's from the town. T Mac was literally by himself. Okay,
Q85, Q5, Q84, Q4. Q4 was my joint. Up Linden Boulevard.
the blue
Y'all
line.
know? Yes, Fabian, the blue line.
Now you know it was divided. If you on that blue
Yes,
line, you were suspect.
yes.
I looked at you crazy. I was like, "Oh yeah."
You don't remember? I mean, nah. We looked at cats that rode the red line, the 111
That's us.
going out the Far Rockaway and all that. Like, yeah, we was looking at y'all like,
Oh,
oh, yeah, different.
yo, look, Q83 for me. Oh
Q80.
yeah.
Okay, so you was going up Murdoch. I could take Q83 and I could take the 4 because I lived between Linden and Murdoch, so I could do both. I could do both.
I don't remember all them. I just remember Q25 on Main Street, the Q65.
Jump on
You in the
screen
building,
real
fleet?
quick.
Oh,
Real
oh
quick
yeah.
before I go in,
Look at my guy.
my
Nah,
brothers.
he's leaving. No, I leave the last day. Oh yeah, I'm going. Look. They put him in slow mo on StreamYard. No way. What is the nah? Just got paid. Sunday night. My God. You kidding me? Please out here, man. StreamYard showing this guy way too much love. 106 Inwood Q9. What's going on, man? We doing a Queens call out here? How many Queens dudes we got in here? Yo, Fleet, we bringing Queens out here. My man is released. South Road. Yeah, Queens in the building, baby. Robert Paulson, y'all took the bus out there?
I got the jail jumpsuit on. You see the jail jumpsuit? I
There ain't
got
no there ain't no jail jumpsuit. There ain't no jail jumpsuit. That's that fresh to death. I got the come on, man. What we doing? The shiny? Huh? Queens, Christ the King got nothing on St. Anthony's. Oh, Mr. McCormick coming back.
okay,
Mr. McCormick is wrestling back.
of course, block him for that comment. Block him now for that comment.
August Martin transferred to Hillcrest. Oh man, August Martin. 40 P's. Oh, what's going on?
Oh, we getting a lot of Queens love right now. We getting
Yeah,
a
I didn't even
lot of
know anybody from
Queens
Queens
love
like this.
right
This is
now.
crazy.
This is fire.
Look,
This is fire.
looking more fly than Flea. Who is? Who's looking more fly than Flea right now? I know. I'm missing my chain. I was daring Flea to talk about my V-neck today. I was daring him. You didn't want to touch this.
I had nothing bad to say about your V-neck today. Nothing.
Okay. Yo, Flea,
Nothing bad to
okay.
say.
Y'all been people. See, I know I've been. This is how you know we family, bro. You gotta roast people out of their dingy ass V-necks.
Oh man.
Queens get the money. Baisley. What up, Baisley, man? From 40 to Baisley. I played at Baisley Park a couple of times. Guys are aggressive.
Extremely.
Queens get the
Extremely.
money. Don't get it twisted though. Shout out to Leaky Fawcett. He's from around my way, man. I stay in Palmanock.
Palmanock. Are you a Palmanock guy?
No. I know I'm not. I live down the block from them. Those are my people though. Far Rock, Immortal Cuts. So, what's going on, Immortal Cuts? We from the Ville. We call it the Ville, please. If you from New York, probably be like, oh, you ain't from here, you from the Ville. Oh, okay.
No.
I'm down
The
here.
The Ville is only Shadyville, Queens Village. I've never heard anything else be called the Ville besides Brownsville and Brooklyn. What are you talking about right now? What's the Ville?
Hey,
Put me on.
the Ville for us around our part of Flushing. Up
Oh,
the hill was the Peas, Promenade,
okay.
and down the hill was the Ville.
Down the hill was the Ville. Okay, you
Yeah,
schooling
you know
me.
you gotta keep it.
You
Yeah, around my
schooling
way.
me.
That's why but if you went to Jib Lanes and all that, fellas, I'm from a couple blocks away from Jib Lanes and Corona. I represent Corona. Did you ask if I ride buses here? Yes, I did, Robert Paulson. I want to know what goes on in Australia and the land down under, where apparently the toilet flushes the other direction or something like that. Salute. What's going on, Immortal? Immortal. I say cut. Me corté. I said me corté. I don't know how to say it. Did I have something else? We gotta go though, right?
I am about to get to it, y'all. I'm about to get to it.
So let me shout out two more things before I go. You'll appreciate this. First of all, Mitchell Robinson. Stop the bullshit, Mitchell Robinson. We gonna please gonna crack your head like a coconut, bro. Enough of this, man. What is this? Are we gonna see this in the season, Flea?
I don't want to see any videos of Mitchell Robinson doing this. I'm tired of seeing him doing this.
It looks like he lost weight though.
Looks great.
I agree.
Let me run, brother.
No doubt. Enjoy your day.
Yeah.
If I don't speak to you, have a safe flight, my brother.
Appreciate you, man. You know I'll hit you when I touch
Everybody
down.
Everybody wish Flea a safe flight, man. What's wrong with y'all?
I'm headed up to the.
Go ahead.
No, I just said I'm headed up to the borough.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, the 6 borough is a little different, Greg Lee. We don't play around with y'all out in the rock. We don't play.
And they only got 2 McDonald's and 1 YMCA. I was just out there though. How is it called Reese Park, Greg? Reese Park looks alright, man. And they didn't bother me on the beach. It was mad empty about a month ago. I loved it. I ain't going back there now. I ain't playing with y'all.
Madav is still crazy.
That he talking about Fall Rock, right? Yeah. Redfern and all that. Yeah, I'm cool.
Uh-huh.
I had to go to Redfern one time for my job. I was like, word? They sent me to Redfern. I said, Redfern? They thought I didn't know. I'm like, oh, you sending me on a dummy mission. I know how to move. And it was during Hurricane Sandy, so it was, it was low.
Mm-hmm.
Redfern is crazy. Safe travels. Everybody
appreciate y'all.
You back on later, Fab? Yo, y'all really love me, man. They love me, Flea. I like to be loved.
I'll holler at y'all.
Flea Boogie. Shadyville all day, Murdoch and Francis Lewis. Oh, Franny Lou, you from Franny Lou also? Tell you something, man. Francis Lewis has some chicks, man. You know what I mean? They had some chicks there. Cardozo has some chicks. What's the other one? Cardozo, Francis Lewis. There's another one that high school right there. That was like, when I was in the mall, it was like, are you from there? I don't know. I used to like Cardozo and Franny Lou girls. They were kind of like, they were bubbly. I used to like bubbly girls. I like bubbly girls. Talking about Andrew Jackson. I was 4 blocks from there. Drop a like. Going below when season starts. Let's go. I got raw back in the day cutting school in the rock. They took my weed but left the cash in my book bag. Yo, Fall Rock. Let me tell you something. The 2 places, right? Like in Brooklyn, when I'm in Brooklyn, Brownsville. I'm in Brownsville. Even they look at the pink houses like that's Pluto. You got East New York, about New Lots and everything looks nuts out there. Brownsville looks crazy, still looks crazy. They just put a new apartment building up there, crazy. But these Brownsville people are different. Do we see how the way Mike Tyson looks and Riddick Bowe and Zab Judah? It's a bunch of guys that look like that without no money. Imagine Mike without no money. You kidding me? I ain't playing with you. And that's who they was tussling with back in the day. Mike Tyson, right? Those guys speak on the pink houses like, what? You from where? And the other location that Brownsville people look at you like is Fall Rockaway. Fall Rock. They talk about Fall Rock and the pink houses like that is nah. I ain't playing with y'all. Don't ever say you from there. You in Brownsville. They're getting you out of there. They don't take no chances with Fall Rockaway and the pink houses in Brooklyn. Especially they don't play with you guys, man. Red Hook. Yo, Red Hook is mad gentrified, Beeman. Is that where the IKEA is at now? That's Red Hook, or that's that ain't the Navy Yard. Navy Yard is where the Wegmans is at now. Yeah, Red Hook is where the IKEA is at. Fall Rockaway is his own entity. His own 6 borough, bro. Jesus Christ, Fall Rockaway. Yeah, Tesla. Right when you drive up to Red Hook, the Tesla's right there on the corner. And when you keep going down further, that's where the IKEA is at. You see, listen, man, they've been hating on this young lady for a while. Caitlin Clark just broke the assist record in the WNBA. I'm still hoping and praying that my daughter makes friends with Angela Reese. I'm just saying, I just want to know how the WNBA has been treated, and I want to have an interview with her. I have a young daughter; she's a teenager still, but it just so happens that she, gets to befriend Angela Reese. It's not, fully welcome. Red carpet treatment over here, AllBall TV. That's all. But shout out to Caitlin Clark for breaking records. Angel Reese broke records too, for double doubles. Caitlin Clark, I could just totally understand why people want to watch basketball because of her. She's amazing. Her passing is amazing, and she can shoot. They just, speaking of Caitlin Clark, the same day she breaks the record, the WNBA breaks another record in itself. Where is this at? Come on, bring it up. WNBA, come on. Media. Here we go. They went neutral on us. Front Office Sports went neutral. They didn't even put Caitlin Clark, not even Cameron Brink. You know what I'm saying? Not even Angel Reese. Not even show you that was with Jaylen Brown up there. I don't know how to say her name. I ain't disrespecting you. By the way, whose hand was she holding? The WNBA's historic $2.2 billion media rights deal is set to triple the league's revenue. With a new CBA around the corner, the league's lowest paid players. Did I pull this up for you? Yeah. The league's lowest paid players could go from a floor of $57,000 a year to the neighborhood of $200,000. Listen, man. Yes, they got to thank Caitlin Clark, but they also got to thank Angel Reese because in my opinion, I think Angel Reese, like Caitlin Clark, is not replicable. You can't copy that, but you can copy Angel Reese. Her marketing style, obviously, she's a sex symbol, and sex is powerful, bro. Sex sells. So Angel Reese is killing the game like that, and you gotta respect it because who promotes the game constantly on Instagram and everything more than Caitlin Clark? I'm sorry, Angel Reese. Caitlin Clark doesn't even have to be on Instagram. She kind of sells herself with, it's the Eminem effect. I'm bringing up Eminem for like the third time in like the last 5 days. Please gonna kill me. But it's definitely the Eminem effect because she ain't Elvis. You know what I mean? Caitlin Clark ain't no Vanilla Ice, right? She's the real deal. She's that deal. But I think that's what makes this so interesting because you're gonna see more and more of with the NIL deals with college and the girls. It's gonna be a little bit, I don't want to call it predatory, but what else would you call it? It's Hollywood at the end of the day, and these agencies are gonna go after these girls from when they're young. This is gonna be. I'm entering new territory here, but let's keep it 1,000. I never felt comfortable watching. Like I don't watch Bronny when he was in high school. I'm just relying on other people telling me how good he is or not, or how not so good he was. So that means they're gonna start watching these girls at that age. These girls are becoming. Angel Reese is showing them this is how you make money. A lot of them, come on, we went to listen. Back in my day when I was in high school, I know a couple of chicks. They weren't just sex symbols. They were out there getting picked up by 20-year-olds. We gonna keep it 1,000, and now the new 20-year-olds are gonna be these companies that are out there waiting for these girls and promote their Instagram pictures. Just like remember Bad Baby that got like $1 million when she signed. Who the hell is she? Who's that white girl? Don't catch me outside, right? Hollywood is a predatory industry, and the WNBA is going to be entering a new realm with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese showing you two different ways how to promote yourself and market yourself. They're both talented. Caitlin Clark, to me, she's better. You're gonna start your team with Caitlin Clark before her because she's nice. But Angel Reese is showing you I ain't gotta be nice like that. But I'm gonna show you how to put in work. I'm gonna show you how to make this money. So get ready. Get ready. It's a young lady takeover, and we're gonna have to talk about it soon. We're gonna have to talk about that soon. Also, I forgot to mention this the other day, man. And my apologies. But God bless the dead, man. I'm gonna do a video where I saw about Kobe Bean Bryant. Maybe I'll wait for it. I know that would be predatory and exploitative to watch a video with the relationship between Kobe and Jelly Bean, his father, Jelly Bean Bryant. There's videos where Kobe said when they asked Kobe who's your hero, and he says his father, and just a lot that they went through, but we gotta at least celebrate the fact that this is the man that created him. He's born in Italy. He was Kobe always talks about how he was tutored, taught, mentored the game in Italy and in Europe with these coaches that used to coach in the NBA, and they were teaching everybody the NBA game out there in Italy, and that's why we get Kobe Bean Bryant. And they both have passed. God bless their family. God bless Kobe's mom, who obviously, man, just in the last 4 or 5 years, she lost her son, her granddaughter, and now her husband. So, man, just God bless them. God bless. We know Vanessa Bryant by name, and Gigi by name because of the tragedy. And we just spoke about the WNBA, and we knew a lot of us know how Kobe and the Mamba mentality was just gonna change the face of the league, and he was gonna have his imprint on the league. So definitely God bless them and their family, man. Look, this is Jelly Bean yamming it on Magic, on Kareem. Get that. Get that. Get that. Get that. Right over Kareem. What you doing, Cap? Get out of here. Get out of here. Also, shout out to Dom Dropper. He has me in a group chat celebrating the history of basketball, and they let me know Joe Jelly Bean Bryant, he was a part of what they called the bomb squad in the Philadelphia 76ers in the 1970s. They were the original bomb squad. Remember, the Knicks have a bomb squad in the 80s. The original jacking them threes up. But Joey Jelly Bean Bryant, he was part of their own bomb squad in Philadelphia, for the Philadelphia 76ers in the 70s. And if I'm not mistaken, that's the original bomb squad now. And Jelly Bean was quoted as saying, yo, I could do everything that Magic is doing, but they keep calling the calls on me. When I do it, they call in the travel. When he does it, they call it magic. So, Jelly Bean sounds like he was sarcastic. Kobe always spoke to how he was a little like Joe Jackson. I don't want to go crazy, but he referred to him how tough he was. And, we respect LeVar Ball, and we respect Venus and Serena Williams' father, and everybody who's just, we see what guys do. You see how we are, we're dudes and we want to raise our kids right. And sometimes it comes off too strong. But guess what? If I could be like Jelly Bean and my son turns into like a Dominican Kobe Loso. If I get a Kobe Loso out here, you kidding me? Come on, man. God bless the Bryant family. Obviously just a lot that happened in the last couple of years, man. And a lot, that story is just, with Kobe. We talk about LeBron a lot. Man, think about, I always say this. None of the stars went through more pressure than Kobe Bryant, man. I'll get into that some other time. We have a video of it, as a matter of fact. There's Michael Jordan, LeBron James did not face the amount of pressure that Kobe Bryant did if we're talking about pressure. And we know Kobe's second to none with dealing with pressure, facing adversity, facing all these challenges. He welcomed it. He was a savage. So, he went through a lot. Mike had his pops around until he didn't. God bless him. Until he didn't. That's kind of foul, but he had his pops around. You know what I mean? He didn't lose him to what Kobe and his father went through. Like Kobe was living with his pops was alive and they didn't get along. You know what I'm saying? Like that story, Kobe's story is it's tough. It's tough. People just, they consider him, middle class or whatever it is. But he's one of those kids. I'm from Queens. We all know he's from Queens, right? So people always say, I'm from Brooklyn, I'm from the Bronx, so it's tough over here, and you faking it if you from Queens, and you got money, you grew up behind a picket fence. Yeah, you can say all that, but I knew all kind of gangsters, all kind of tough guys who had money, who didn't have money. That's how I knew just Queens was different. You go to high school in Queens, it was different for me, man. Because I saw every version of every person with every race, every class, everything. Everything. You were in class with them, in the lunchroom with them, playing ball, copping some bud with them. Who got 5 on it? You know what I'm saying? Who got 5 for the dime? So with Kobe, he just grew a lot for me, man. Because when he came in, I thought he was a fake Michael Jordan, and we talked about it earlier with the T-Mac thing. Kobe earned all of our respect at the end of the day. Earned it the hard way. He didn't gain his legacy like Mike and LeBron. Where, Mike, his first year in the game with Nike and all these commercials, he kind of got it quickly. And then the respect was there. Larry Bird called him God in high tops. And LeBron, of course, was called the second coming in high school. Kobe had to deal with you're a fake version of Michael Jordan. Right? He had to deal with a lot. So for him, I always speak about that. Like, damn, that's way more relatable than anything else. Because he wasn't going to ever be Michael LeBron in my book. He wasn't the Goliath. He was the David. And he showed you, like, yo, bro, you can pull anything off if you want to. Don't make any excuses. Everybody around you is making excuses. So this is the family that he came from. This is the man that he came from, Jelly Bean Bryant, who happened to pass away the other day. And I just wanted to shout him out and give him a couple minutes of that because, it's sports, but in a lot of ways, sports mimics life. And these are guys that we grew up, we know it's like childhood stars, and they went through a lot, man. You be going way left with that predatory comment when it comes to high school and college basketball. It's not that crazy the way you're making it sound. I mean, for me, that's how I feel if I'm watching the game. I don't. That's why I never really talked about Bronny like that. I'm just saying how I feel, LB. If you feel differently, that's cool. Like I'm open to being wrong. But funny you say that, LB. It's funny you say that. Because there's about to be a documentary on Serena Williams, right? And I'm watching the commercial. I remember when Serena won the Grand Slam, the U.S. Open. I was rooting for her because she was thick. And I'm 15, 16 going crazy. My mom was like, what you going crazy over this girl for? I'm like, you don't see? Jesus Christ. But I'm 15, 16. So in my mind, I remember that memory. So am I predatory for remembering this at 15, 16? I had to walk back a lot of those thoughts, LB, because if I'm watching tennis stars at 15, 16, remember tennis girls and guys, they go pro at 15, 16. So if you're watching tennis, you watching at 15, 16, Martina Hingis, Monica Seles, remember being young, right? And Serena Williams, just a young stud. And her sister Venus was amazing at a younger age too. So I started walking back those comments the other day, LB. It's funny you make that statement, bro, because I'm like, we're in the media game, and I got to start, announcing. We're gonna make an announcement today. Oh my God, I didn't even show up. Hold on. I was like 12 or 13 when Serena got hot in tennis. I was 15, I think. Was it 2000 or 99? When was Serena Williams? I know her first Grand Slam was the U.S. Open. I was watching that. Man, Serena's a year older than me, man. Turned pro in 95. Yeah, so she was 14 in 95. When's her birthday? September? Oh, yeah, 99 U.S. Open. Turned professional 95, 99 U.S. Open. So I was 16 going on 17. Watching that young lady. So she was 99 from what, 81? So she was just about to turn 18 because when was she born? September? The US Open is in August. So she was 17 still. I was born in 89, so I didn't stop watching Serena until like 2002. I didn't stop watching or start watching. That's all right. My mom was a big tennis fan. Like she used to watch, she got me into baseball and tennis. She didn't like football. But I used to watch football because of my aunt's ex-husband. He put me on, broke the whole game down to me. I'm like, yo, football is crazy. What the hell is a first down? 4 downs, what's this? But tennis, come on, man. Pete Sampras. What's my guy that you know? Michael Chen. John McEnroe was before my time, but he was a lunatic. What's the white guy that used to go crazy? He went at it with Andre Agassi at a U.S. Open, I think it was. He went bananas. Not Palmer. I forgot his name. But Andre Agassi. No, but Agassi's career is crazy. Pete Sampras, like if you watch this era, of course, you had Doris Becker. Nah, was it Doris Becker? Doris Becker was redheaded? I don't think I like Becker. It was another guy. I think my uncle had money on the game. He was going crazy. You Dominican, I know you was into handball, be at the handball course and everything. I kind of hated handball, but you had to hang out at the handball course because the girls were there. Rafter? Nah, it wasn't Rafter. Yes, Courier. Jim Courier. That's him. Castillo. Boris Becker, redheaded German. Yeah. Nah, but it was Jim Courier. It was Courier, bro. That's him. He had an epic match, I think, in the U.S. Open in like the late 80s, early 90s. I just remember watching it because my uncle was going bananas. He had money on the game. I'm like, what you going crazy for the tennis game like that? Wow, this is that interesting. But now, as a grown man, 41 years old, looking back 30 years ago, He lost bread on there. Boris Becker. Yeah, man. That's what I grew up with. And the young lady, you know, Monica Seles, she had that, oh, man, that was crazy. Remember she got stabbed, bro? Oh, excuse me, she got poked up. And she was a baby. Then Monica Seles came back. She was doing her thing. And back then it was, Navratilova was playing in that era. Who else was there? The girl that married Agassi. That's Steffi Graf. Steffi Graf was a monster. See, Steffi Graf versus Serena would have been crazy because they're two different styles. Serena's all power, but Steffi Graf was just a wizard. Serena ain't had no Steffi Graf in her era, and guess what? Steffi Graf ain't had no Serena in her era. Let's get it right. Let's get that right. I think I had one more. Did I have one other shout out? Oh, this is what real quick. This is what Vanessa Bryant put out. I don't know if you guys saw the message from her, but it's very indicative of Kobe and Vanessa. The way they come off, their personalities. I loved it. I'm sorry, but I like the realness of it, man. She ain't playing no game. She ain't hold back nothing. This is Vanessa Bryant's message. She put out her condolences. Sending our condolences upon hearing the news of my father-in-law's passing. We hope things would have been different. Although the times we spent together were few, he was always sweet and nice to be around. Kobe loved him very much. Our prayers go out to the family. Go out to family, not the family. I like that she put that. So that was very intentional, man. So, you know, we talked about the history with the family. We'll get into that another time because that's personal, but definitely a part of like just the celebrity life. Gabriella Sabatini. Oh yeah, she was. She wasn't quite the winner. And of course, you know who the legend of all legends is. What's my girl that married Enrique Iglesias? I can be your hero, baby. What's my girl's name? Anna Kournikova? That girl ain't win not one tournament. Literally. Y'all giving Caitlin Clark all that trouble. They used to have Anna Kournikova on ESPN every single tournament. Are you kidding me? And guess who was watching as much as possible? Young Fabi, baby. Are you kidding me? I can be your hero, baby. Enrique, you son of a gun. Yo, man, we out of here. I forgot to hit the...
We live?
Big Flea, never the little one.
Oh, suckers. Come on, man, the family. And, of course, yours truly... And you know what show this was.
Knicks Rehab.
Yo, man, appreciate y'all staying with me. I have microphone issues. I got to set up a different microphone over here because I don't appreciate that, man. Hold on, one more comment. Martina Hingis. Yo, man, Serena got Martina up out of there. And I like Martina. Don't get it twisted, Robert Paulson. I like Miss Martina Hingis. You crazy? Sure will. We out of here, folks.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.